Alright, man, UFC 321, let's get into it. I'm gonna go over the summary right now, what I'm gonna go over in this video. Basically, I'm gonna go over Jones and Pereira's reaction to the Aspinall eye poke, and then I'm gonna go into the pre-fight narratives, like, the narratives before the fight, and the post-fight narratives after the fight. I'm gonna go over how how annoying the fans are, like UFC stuff like that, like UFC fans are, MMA fans are, and same with the UFC staff, bro. Kind of hating on Aspinall.
Fucking shut up, mate, you fucking stupid prick, mate.
I'm gonna go over like the eye poke breakdown, going out how like the scorecards were wrong. I don't think the scorecards were correct, but that's like surprise, surprise. Obviously, the scorecards aren't really gonna do the fight justice. And then I'm gonna get into the fight breakdown, and I'm gonna get how, man, the heavyweight division, it has been cursed, man. I'm gonna go over like from Ngannou all the way to nowadays, and how the heavyweight division has just been getting piped. Now, if you haven't already put this together, I am doing only the main fight right now, but I have a video coming out of me doing other notable fights on the card that I want to highlight. But let's get into this right here. Tom got fingered by an MMA fighter, man. He got fingered by Cyril Gouge, man. John Jones, he responded on his Instagram with his profile picture that he had of him being a duck with the belt, right? And then he changed it to that picture with an eye patch. So he's he was dissing. John, he has some Twitter fingers, man. He's on a diss, bro. But that's just how he is. It's the name of the game. And Tom is still the baddest man on the planet, though. That's the thing, though. Like, Co-Parter, really, that's all I gotta say, man. Co-Parter, Tom is the baddest man on the planet, and I'm going to go over why he is here soon. All right, man. But also, I gotta say this, man. Gru needs to put that bounty on Cyril Gane, man. Remember he did that to Mario Batista. Mario Batista fought Jose Aldo, terrible fight, and then Gru put like, what was it, like a 10K bounty on his head, bro. Somebody knock him out in the cage. Put that on Cyril Gane. We gotta get a petition or something like that. But also, did y'all notice Alex Pereira's reaction whenever Tom Aspinall, he was watching the Tom Aspinall fight, and when the fight got called off, Alex Pereira, he was just laughing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, he was smiling at fucking Tom's downfall, bruh. And whenever he seen the guy was recording, he told him to cut the recording off. And this person in the comments, they're saying, "Oh, Poeton had the same reaction as Batman when he saw Superman bleeding," and like, bro, that's literally how it is, bro. It's like, dang, bro, he's plotting, bro. Also, dude, the immediate rematch. People talking about immediate rematch. So Gane, bro, he gets 4 title shots because he, you know what I'm saying, fouled him so bad. He gets 4 title shots, and Volkov just he's just out. You know what I'm saying? He's not in the picture no more because of Cyril Gane wants to mess things up. That's so bad. But I'm gonna get into that. But before that, let's get into the post-fight narratives, man. Like, this is after the fight. People are making it seem like Tom was getting smoked, bro, just off of a couple of jabs. Like, oh, a couple of jabs here, a couple of jabs there. And to be honest, I'm gonna just spill the beans right now. I think Tom Aspinall was winning that fight, and I'm gonna get into why. But like I said, just a couple of little baby jabs, pillow punches. You know how it is. And he was just looking fresh. And Jones fans, right? John Jones fans act like John Jones wasn't losing the first rounds against Alexander Gustafsson, getting his takedown stuffed, and also getting taken down himself by Alexander Gustafsson, the boxer. So, but we're gonna get into that because I don't know, man. There's weirdos, so there's John Jones fans out here. There's weirdos, you know what I'm saying? So, basically, Cyril, but also I do gotta have to credit Cyril Gane. He was looking fresh, right? I'm gonna get into the pre-fight narrative like before about how it was just, oh, Cyril Gane was just like the coughing baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, hydrogen bomb versus coughing baby meme, right? But he could not be. You know what I'm saying? I think Tom would still smoke him in the first round whenever it comes to the rematch. But maybe you know what I'm saying, he showed some good prowess against Tom for a little bit by just surviving. Like, he fluke survival, and now he's just, you know what I'm saying, the best thing since sliced bread, or should I say croissant, bro? Nah, that's lame. That's lame. Yeah, I'm gonna get into this other part. I kind of tease it right here, but I'm gonna get into it in another slide. But basically, how the UFC staff, man, people keep saying Tom, he just didn't want to be in there or found a way out. But it's like, bro, no shit. He literally got stabbed in the eye, bro. Freddy Krueger glove straight into the eye.
Here we go, mate. Put your glasses on, lads. It's
Like, I don't get some MMA fans, quote unquote, you know what I'm saying? let's get into the inevitable contrarian cornballs. This is exactly what I was talking about. The MMA fans, man. I told this in the summary. I have to get into this. So let's read what this fella says. This person says on Twitter, I'm noticing a trend, and it's Tom Aspinall whenever he got the meniscus, the knee injury, you know what I'm saying, and whenever he got eye poked. Like, oh, so basically, this person is saying this is what happens when someone is given a championship belt without not earning it. So he just didn't. I guess he did not knock out Sergey Pavlovich, and he didn't beat good contenders in Volkov, which Volkov beat Sorogan. So you know what I'm saying, like, and John Jones wasn't running from him, and also Tom Aspinall did not defend the interim title. Okay, so this person said he didn't earn it. Yeah, Tom Aspinall wasn't doing a damn thing at all. He was just sitting on his ass. That's what he was doing, apparently. Obviously not, bro. And you act like he wasn't been campaigning for that title shot against John Jones to unify the belts, and John Jones wasn't even mentioning Tom Aspinall's name. He's been getting he's been grinding out what the UFC's been giving. He said he won the belt without earning it and not competing for it. Just a blatant lie. Tom Aspinall has given the heavyweight belt, and he took the easy way out. So he's just saying that the UFC just handed him the belt, even though John Jones was just cowering and holding the belt for too long. And they're saying he found the easy way out because his butt was getting kicked. Dana White, what next? That's just a lie. His butt was not getting kicked. And I'm going to get into the fight breakdown, man, because this is just a damn shame. This weird narrative that people like to push. People just dislike Tom, man, because, like, they see he's, like, such a good person. I don't know what it is. It's kind of like some people just, like, oh, yeah, let me just spit venom at him. I'm saying people are haters, man, and it's just inevitable MMA fans, because I can point this out on a lot of fighters. People are just haters and contrarian cornballs. We just have this in our sport. Now let's read this other post. I'm devastated for Cyril Gane. So they're devastated for Cyril Gane, but not the guy that literally got murked in his eye, bruh. He got both of the eyes. It was a double eye poke, but we're gonna get into that in the eye poke breakdown. But this guy was saying he felt bad for Cyril Gane and not for Tom Aspinall. And then Cyril Gane, he was saying, "Oh, I'm sorry for the fans," before he even said sorry to Tom Aspinall. It's like, what is wrong with these guys? And he was saying this. All right, this tweet says, "Landing at will and busting up Tom Aspinall's face. Watching the replay, those fingers barely graze the eye." Blatant lie. Okay, he's just lying. I think that a lot of people are rage baiters. They just need attention, you know, tomorrow or something. But you know, a lot of people are true. You know how, like, the MMA fans are. If you're locked in. So this guy says it looked like Aspinall took the safe way out. Like, this is the narrative they're going with. He took the safe way out. So lame. And this person said the UFC needs to stop pushing narratives just to please the UK crowd. Okay, I got nothing on that, bro. I'm not listening to any of that below because he's just making stuff up. I don't think I should even address this because I addressed it a lot already. I don't think I should just address anything this guy's saying. But let's move on to this next one. This person said this Aspinall fight will serve as a wake-up call for a lot of fans. He's not and will never be ready for John Jones. This is what this person says, and he has a video of John Jones saying he'll give up an arm, he'll give up an eye, you know what I'm saying, to win a fight, right? And he did. He was referring to whenever Vitor caught him in an armbar, and he got out of it. But he's talking about an eye because he's trying to cover about, like, he's an eye poker himself, so he's trying to. Yeah, man, I don't get it, man. Just because John Jones was willing to be a dirty fighter doesn't mean he's just gonna beat Tom Aspinall, and Tom Aspinall will smoke John Jones. That's just like, you know what I'm saying, if they ever fight, that is. They're not gonna fight, but John Jones ran away for a reason. This is old news, bro. I don't get the, like, this guy's retired, bro. He's basically retired. He don't want to fight Tom Aspinall. He'd rather fight Jamal Hill and Derek Lewis, bro. I know that people are talking about the Alex Pereira fight, but dude, Alex Pereira needs to fight Tom Aspinall. That's what I'm saying. The UFC does not like Tom Aspinall, and they want his. They just don't like him, man. They just don't like him. Here are some more examples of MMA fans just being weirdos, man. Like, they're saying that eye poke was an inch deep. All right, so look at the thing. Eye poke was inch deep in the right eye. Right eye is damaged, but I have a problem with my left eye. They're making this a false narrative about Tom Aspinall, like, faking, like, the eye poke, and he was covering the wrong eye. He got murked in both eyes. Now let's get into what this person is talking about right here. Homelander MMA. I remember this guy. Aspinall just quit from a measly little eye poke. Don't ever compare this man to John Jones again. This is just an embarrassment from the most dangerous man on the planet. Tom Aspinall is still the baddest man on the planet and the most dangerous. So basically saying he quit from measly eye pokes is just like, like these people are just trying to get a rise out on Twitter, bro. Like, this is not a movie, bro. This is not an anime, bro. He literally got brutalized with the eye poke. Yeah, like dead ass, bro. You know how like in the anime, bro, then the person will get hit and they'll just go flying. They'll hit the ground and make craters in the ground, break through mountains, and then they get up and say, "Oh, now we're just getting started," or now, like, bro, like that. Tom Aspinall's not doing that, bro. This is real life, bro. Like that. There's no reason he should have continued if he couldn't see, bro. Like, and didn't know, had no idea what the state of his eyes were. Like, just ruin your career for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, and then we'll forget about you once you're injured. You know what I'm saying? Just have a fight right now, and we'll forget about you. You know what I'm saying? And even this person below, like the person Championship Rounds, they're saying Chael Sonnen thinks Tom Aspinall should have continued to fight after being poked by Cyril Gane. To fight with one eye is very common. I'm gonna get into that right here. Chael and Anthony Smith, bro, they were talking shit, bro. They were talking shit. But before we even get to what they were saying, Anthony Smith is a literal quitter, bro.
Because Anthony Smith is probably the shittest fighter in the world right now. He has the least appropriate nickname. He gets called Lionheart. Despite every fight, he goes into a fetal position on the floor and just sort of cowers. He gives up, but like lets the fight keep happening, and people give him praise for it. He's fucking terrible.
He got kneed by John Jones, bro. Illegal knee by John Jones. Knee to a grounded opponent, right? And he stayed in the fight. He said, "Oh, I'm continuing to fight after you got wronged." You know what I'm saying? And that's why he's just a Lionheart, right? But every time he faces adversity in the cage, he literally shells up into a ball and becomes a victim. Like, I know it's like a thing, don't disrespect the fighters, but dude, how you gonna talk shit when he's literally a quitter? He's literally a quitter in the cage. You know what I'm saying? It just don't make sense. Like, Lionheart, like, hey, did he nickname himself Lionheart? Like, come on now. And Chael Sonnen, man, what is up with Chael's takes nowadays, bro? He used to be the almighty Chael Sonnen, but what's up with Chael Sonnen's takes these days? Like, look, Chael was comparing the double eye gouge to a bloody nose, saying, "Oh, this just happens when you get ripped up in a fight," and saying it's common to fight with one eye. Like, come on, dude. Like, they were both saying that. Like, oh, it's common to fight one eye. But also, this was a quote from them. Tom has not dealt with adversity, and this was his test. It was a test he didn't pass. This was a direct quote from Chael Sonnen. But look right here, man. I have in my fight breakdown. Yeah, I'm gonna just go to the fight breakdown real quick. Like I was saying, I don't know why they're saying Tom Aspinall just wanted a way out and acted like Gane was winning, and in saying that whenever Tom faced any adversity, he failed that test. That was a test and he failed. You know what I'm saying? Because whenever he went through adversity, like I said, that's a blatant lie. And the fight breakdown, I was mentioning that whenever Tom Aspinall was getting side kicked to the knee, like, oh, Gane was working those side kicks, right? Tom Aspinall started switching into his tie stance, and he was being lighter on the lead leg, and even caught the side kick and countered, even tried to go for a straight, pushed Gane off, you know what I'm saying? And then when Gane started throwing the jabs, Tom would immediately react with head movement, and obviously some jabs, yeah, they were getting through, but that's just the fight, you know what I'm saying? And some of the other jabs, like, they just weren't hitting Tom Aspinall. I watched this fights on slow motion a couple of times now, and this is just my breakdown of the fight, and I'm gonna get more into it here in a second. But yeah, it is blatantly obvious that the UFC does not like Tom Aspinall, and also I think it is a part of that. Like, the reason they were dissing him was because they don't like Tom Aspinall, and also on top of that, it's because they want to build the rematch between him and Cyril Gane, because this was just a disaster, right? And back to the fight breakdown, man. I like whenever they said he wanted a way out, and like that was a test he failed, was like fighting through adversity. That's just a lie, man. Like I said, whenever Gane was throwing jabs, Tom would react with head movement. Whenever Gane did the side kicks, Tom would back out of the side kick, check him or whatever, and even caught him. Like, I don't get, when he got his nose bloodied, he was still in the fight. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, his nose was bloody almost end of the round, and he seemed to be making his reads and winning the fight, really dictating the pace. But when I say dictating the pace, I'm not just talking about, oh, Tom was the one mainly moving forward, because I can respect a person that is good on the back foot, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a ring control nerd or whatever, but only sometimes, you know? But that's not what I mean when I say Tom was dictating the pace of the fight. Now let's get into some of Tom Aspinall's weapons, man. He got 2 good straights in, man. He got some nice leg kicks. One really good leg kick at the end of the round, or near the end of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and Tom, he got some nice front kicks to the stomach, man, especially as Cyril Gane, he was trying to move back and escape and exit in exchange. Tom Aspinall would chase him down, put that front kick on his body. Gane did not like that at all. But yeah, like I was saying, Cyril did not like those front kicks, not one bit, not at all. And not even to mention those head kicks, man. Two head kicks wrapped around the guard, and also the knee to the head. Like you may say like yeah it seemed like he was blocking him, but like dude, the impact on him. You know what I'm saying? Just the power of Aspinall like going through his guard like with those knees and those like combos and stuff like that, and going through his guard. Tom was hitting clean, bro. I'm telling you, and hitting powerful, getting good shots and making good reads. Like I've been saying. He just needed to find his range, and then he started finding his range. He started getting way closer near the end of the round. Now, what are Cyril Gane's weapons? One of Cyril Gane's weapons was his footwork, just his footwork alone, right? Making Aspinall have to really take his time to find the target. He was doing really good at, I'm saying, backing up. And these weapons of Cyril Gane is like the jab upstairs and downstairs, right? And the side kick to the knee. But the thing is, that was just because mainly on output. He did land those, right? He did land some of those, but he threw them enough times to make it look good for the judges, even though Tom Aspinall was checking a lot of the side kicks by, like I said, lifting his lead leg up, and then those jabs to the body and to the face, a lot of, like a couple of them went through, right? But Tom Aspinall, he would, when the jabs tried to come, he would back up just enough and make him miss just enough, especially those body jabs. Those body jabs really had not much on it. But Cyril Gane popped him with like a jab or two, and it like, oh, since he threw it a couple more times before that, people don't really know if it landed real time, so they think like, oh yeah, Gane's up because of like, oh, that output and stuff like that, even though he's missing, you know? I'm telling you, Tom Aspinall was doing a very good way of checking a lot of Gane's offense, you know what I'm saying? But since Cyril Gane was backing up, he just looked like like basically Cyril Gane, he was just winning this fight. Like to the people of like some of the MMA community, Gane was just winning this fight just off of vibes for real. Like you know what I'm saying, vibes and the fake scorecards, dog. Yo, I talked about this earlier in the video. I was talking about just because Gane flew surviving for 4 minutes does not mean he would win, bro, in the fight. Not at all. And just because he was dancing around and looked fresh, you know, and had a little bit of swagger, bruh. He just had a little bit of swagger as he was backing up. You know what I'm saying? He's looking so sharp right now. Like, no, bro. He, just like I said, just because he looked fresh and it did a little bit better than we thought, doesn't make me believe in Cyril Gane finishing Tom Aspinall or taking him into deep waters. Nothing like that, bro. I'm telling you, Aspinall still smokes him. Aspinall is still the baddest man on the planet, no doubt about it. It's crazy how people switch up, bro. But yeah, man, they're going kick for kick, like on the low kicks. This was pretty nice to see. And then a good straight. Gane landed a good straight. Now this, I don't know. I don't care if y'all say this is a bias showing, bro. I'm just saying what I saw, right? It was a good straight by Gane. But I don't know. Tom Aspinall didn't really react to it, bro. But it was a good punch, though. You know what I'm saying? So that was good from Gane. And then, like, bro, these crazy head kicks from Tom. He would head kick him, follow up with boxing combinations like hook or hook cross, bro. And then, what else would he do, man? The knee, the same with the knee, bro. He would do the knee and then follow up with some combinations. Yeah, and Gane, he was shelling up. And every time, anytime Aspinall was like fainting a little bit and throwing, Gane was definitely shelling up. But I'm not like, that's not anything I'm too critical on. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you gotta, defend yourself. But there was great footwork from Gane, man. Also, I want to mention that buckling leg kick of Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall buckled Cyril Gane's leg around the end of the round. And they're saying, like I said, Tom isn't responding well to adversity, but that's literally the opposite, man. He had a bloody nose, man, and he just seemed to be making the reads and winning the fight, man. They're just delusional. Just like the scorecards, man. The scorecards were wrong. There was a lot of shots that I'm gonna say what the scorecards were, and then I'm gonna say what I counted up whenever I rewatch the fights in slow motion. Alrighty, I'm looking at the scorecards right now. It says on the significant strikes, Gane landed 30 out of 40, and Tom Aspinall landed 27 out of 39. Blatant lie. Now I'm gonna get to what I counted up. Like I said, whenever I watched it in slow motion, Alrighty, there are a lot of shots that didn't really get through or do much damage, so I didn't count them. For example, like Tom's spinning back kick didn't really do that crazy damage or anything like that. And Gon hitting Tom's shoulder when he spun and like when he spun around and he feinted that spin. And also a lot of jabs by Cyril Gahn, man. I'm telling you, those jabs, a lot of them were missing. And those side kicks, some of them were missing. Some of them landed, but a lot of them were missing, man. I'm saying. So I counted 15 clean strikes from Gon. Tom was evading a lot of Gon's straight shots, like I was saying, especially the jabs, the body jabs, the side kick. Because Tom, what he was doing, bro, like I said, he was checking them and moving backwards just enough. Cyril mainly landed straights and calf kicks, roundhouse calf kicks, you know what I'm saying, to the leg, and some side kicks to the knee of Tom Aspinall. Those are the weapons that he used the most, and those are the weapons that he got landed the most. But, like, I'm telling you, Tom was head kicking him into boxing combinations, snuck a lot of front kicks in. He was having fun, like I said, spinning around, dictating the fight. Tom was hitting him with, like, powerful shots, obviously, right? Powerful shots to the guard. And on top of that, they're having a low kick battle from leg kicks because Tom did some side kicks of his own. You know what I'm saying? Returned to some side kicks. Like I said, he had some calf kicks that he snuck in there. And the front kicks, he put a lot of good front kicks on Cyril Gahn. Now, let's get into how many shots Tom Aspinall landed. Tom Aspinall landed 17 shots. Like I said, Gahn landed 15. Tom landed 17. 17 clean shots. He really clutched some shots near the end before the poke with a front kick, a leg kick, and a cross. Because like they're pretty even like until that exchange and some other exchanges. But yeah, they're pretty even. But the thing was that Tom Aspinall, he was going in bursts and really picking his shots well. He landed 2 head kicks, I'm telling you, into combos, the knees, into hook cross combos. Like, how many times do I have to tell y'all, bro? Like, Tom Aspinall was winning this fight, bro. He was literally like, this was Tom Aspinall's fight. Let's get into the pre-fight narratives though. How about we do that? Pre-fight narratives? Alright, let's get into it. Basically it was like Hydrogen Bomb versus Coffin Baby meme, like I was saying. It was gonna be Tom Aspinall in round 1, easy. I literally told my friends, man, someone's gonna get murked in the UFC octagon, bro. And I was saying it was gonna be Cyril Gahn, man. And the whole other narrative by the UFC staff is that Tom needs to do it better or faster than John Jones, like because of the similar opponent in Cyril Gahn, right? And Gahn stuffed a takedown, right? But also I want to say this. You remember Habib's advice, bro, about Habib was giving Tom Aspinall advice before he walked out. He was saying, oh, make him think about the takedown. You know what I'm saying? You feint, you go down, you shoot on him, you wrestle, you do everything separate, and then you mix it up. I mean, that's what he was doing, bro. I'd assume Tom Aspinall would take that advice, wouldn't you? From Habib? Like, come on now. Now, let's get into the eye poke, man. The nasty eye poke. So, he already eye poked him before the fight was stopped, right? And then he eye poked him again. But this eye poke, it was 2 gouges, right? 3 counting the other eye, right? Because he was scraping the one eye while he gouged one eye. And then he, once he posted his finger in his eye, he just kept going and going and going. Like, he settled in his eye just to go into more. Like, it was like I said, it was like a double bounce on a trampoline where you just bounce and get settled on there, go down, and just boom, launch yourself into the thing. Like, that eye poke was just nasty, man. So it's very unfortunate. Also, do you know Guru's impression of Tom Aspinall, like Bully Tom, like with Tom Aspinall if he's angry or whatever? That impression was spot on, bro. Like, especially when he was saying, "Oh, I got fucking poked in me out." Like, that was literally vintage Bully Aspinall from MMA Guru. They got fucking poked, but literally, why were they booing him, man? I literally cannot stand the fans. They were booing Tom Aspinall whenever he was the one who got poked in the dang eye, bro. But I want to get on to the dark age of the heavyweight division, man. This started the Francis era, man. Because the Francis era, it wasn't really all what it was cracked up to be, bro. He ain't really do nothing. And, no, I'm not trying to discredit all of them. He had some good fights. He had some crazy finishes, knockouts. But he was a scary beast, bro, in his prime, bro, and everything like that. But come on, bro, come on. The Francis era was not all what it was cracked up to be, man. And the GOAT, Stipe, he was gone. The GOAT of the heavyweight division, he was gone. You know what I'm saying? Retired. Jones wins the vacant title, and then inactivity, man, just not fighting. And then he brings a 42-year-old Stipe out of retirement just to fight. Come on, just fight Stipe. But I wasn't too mad at that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, it makes sense. But then he gets injured. The fight gets delayed. But all while trashing Aspinall. All while not trashing Aspinall, but also trying not to mention his name. You know what I'm talking about? When he finally get backed into a corner and has to mention Aspinall, he always was dissing him. But if he could avoid it, bro, literally running out of interviews, like, man, John Jones was being a little baby about this fight, man. John wouldn't, like, literally mutter his name, bro. Walk out of interviews. He was literally wanted to give Tom Aspinall the undisputed belt, and eventually he did. He just wanted to hold on to it as long as he could. Like I said, when I tell you he wanted to give Tom Aspinall the belt, he didn't want to fight him so bad. He said, "Yeah, I'll give him the belt, and I want to go fight Jamal Hill and Derek Lewis." How are you as a lineal champion just gonna give up the belt and then just go fight some randoms? You know what I'm talking about? Like, come on now. And now that, like I said, the Alex Pereira fight's happening. I'm pretty sure I said this in the other part, man. But this is just madness, man. Let's get into another part of the dark age of heavyweight. Yeah, just super inactive, man. Tom was gaining more legacy though, because he defended his belt before, and John, and he has a better heavyweight resume. Yes, John Jones, he has a better resume, but a heavyweight, Tom has a way better resume than John Jones, obviously. The Jones and Old Man Stippy fight, man, it happened. But it really exposed how better Tom Aspinall was. Even though John finished, he got the finish over Stipe. But also, bro, he eye poked Stipe hella, bro. That was so fucked up. Very intentional. You can see him intentionally do it anytime Stipe would try to close the distance. And yeah, John just holds the belt. He just holds the belt while still ducking Tom, making Tom inactive because he already defended the belt. What else he's gonna do? Unify the belts, you know what I'm saying, or vacate or retire. But he just, you know what I'm saying, had to hold it on as long as he could. But he wanted to. He got in some legal trouble, so he couldn't hold on to it for too long. And there was literally the petition going on, bro. If some of y'all don't know, bro, about the petition, bro, you know how many people signed that petition to strip John Jones of the title, bro? Because he didn't deserve it, bro. L. John Jones, bro. But yeah, like I said, he pops up on the police's radar and retires. Tom is now the undisputed champion. Woohoo, let's go, let's go. But only for his next fight, his first title defense as the undisputed champion, to be a no contest due to him getting blinded with a Freddy Krueger glove to the eye, bro. And who knows really what's next for Tom Aspinall, man. I hope he can recover and smoke Gon, and he will. And now all of this is going on while Volkov is just sitting in the corner getting cucked, bro. He won against Cyril Gane, but he got robbed. Cyril Gane got the title shot. I'm glad he got this win over with Jelton Almeida, but now that they're talking about Cyril Gane getting a rematch, so is Volkov just going to get left out again, you know what I'm saying, while they just run it back? Volkov got a win, and I'm going to talk about that win whenever I break down some of the other fights on the card in another video on my channel, right? I'm going to talk about how, was it a robbery or was it not, and all my thoughts about the other fights, man. But yeah, man, Volkov just gets kicked to the curb after Gane robbed him, so that really sucks. So really peep that, also, you gotta peep Alexander Volkov's streak, man, right? So he lost to Tom Aspinall, but then he bounced back with a win over Jairzinho Rozenstruik. He got a TKO, and then he TKO'd Alexander Romanov, man. He subbed Tai Tuivasa, and then he beat Sergey Pavlovich by unanimous decision, man. He lost to Cyril Gane on paper, right? Because he got robbed. But even Dana acknowledged how bad that judging was for that fight, and he thought Volkov won, and he's saying, oh, he'll make it right for Volkov. So he needs to get that title shot soon, right? Because I'm saying he has a loss on paper, but he still has a streak because he basically won against Cyril Gane. And then he recently beat Jelton Almeida. There was some controversy in that fight, but like I said, I'm going to cover that in my other fight recap on the next video on my channel. And I'm going to be discussing, was it a robbery, was it not, and all types of stuff. And so I want to talk to y'all guys, because this is the end of the video. Basically, I've been trying to be more consistent on here. I haven't uploaded in like 4 days, which really sucks. But I've been having I have a lot of stuff on my plate to do. And I'm going to try to be more consistent. But yeah, man, I've been fire. I'm going to try to lock in on my second channel. I was thinking about doing a video with my friend of, let's do trying to make a beat on FL Studio by watching YouTube videos, right? Doing YouTube tutorials and applying them to try to make a beat, right? My friend, he didn't have FL Studio, but I do, so I'm gonna probably do that video, and then I'm gonna probably do that video whenever he gets like FL Studio and stuff like that. But yeah, man, a lot of stuff to come. I streamed the fights and stuff like that live, so tap into my Twitch. Also, I need 50 subscribers so I can stream on YouTube. But yeah, guys, the reason I haven't been as consistent was because a lot of stuff on my plate, but also mainly a mismanagement of making the content right. Like I was making multiple videos at a time instead of doing one consistent at a time, and then also one streaming the card was one of the days where like that made me miss a day of uploading because I was streaming it through the whole day when I got up.